we're supposed to make a truth table for these two statements, P, statement Q. And so what we usually do is, if there's just two options, we start with, I can't do it, no, there we go, true, true, and false, false for the first statement, and then we match that up with alternating so that we have every possible combination of true and false for these statements. There we go, true, false, true, false. Okay, so we're supposed to eventually get here. That means I need to know what the negation of P and the negation of Q are. So let's make those columns. Negation of P and the negation of Q. That means the opposite. You know, if P is true, then the negation of P is going to be false. So P is true, so the negation of P is false. Oops. P is true again in this row, so false. P is false, so the negation of P is true. Same thing here. And then do the same thing for the negation of Q. If Q is true, then in this row the negation of Q is false. You're just alternating those. So Q is false in the second row, so Q is true in the second, and the negation of Q is true in the second row. Q is true in the third row, so the negation is false. Q is false in the fourth row, so the negation is true. And now we can do the negation of P and Q. And the negation of Q. So it's just like the order of operations. I'm doing the inside of the parentheses first. So to figure out where that is true, that's only true when the negation of P is true and when the negation of Q is true. So we need both these columns here that we just constructed. We need them both to be true in order to mark this T. So first row, they're both false. So second row, one's false, one's true. They're not both true. Third row, one's true, one's false. And fourth row, they're both true. And so the last one is saying the negation of the column that we just made. P, that's the negation of P. And the negation of Q. Okay, so that just means, hey, you take, in parentheses is the column we just did, negation of P and negation of Q. So it says negate everything there. That means I'm taking everything in that column and changing it from false to true, and from true to false. So I'm just looking at that column I made and reversing it. So the truth table you want to choose in Newton, you probably just want to focus on this part right here, because I think that will be the correct answer. I think they abbreviate it, but that column needs to be there.